This episode is brought to you by Honda. Introducing the all-new, all-terrain Honda Passport Trail Sport, the most off-road capable Honda Passport Honda has ever dreamt up. The Passport features increased ground clearance, roof rails on all trims, and available specially developed all-terrain tires. And you'll stay comfortable with tri-zone climate control and available features like heated and ventilated front seats and a panoramic moonroof. Learn more at honda.com/passport.
Hello and welcome to Lifetime in Court, the podcast where we discuss your favorite made-for-TV movies. Whether you love to hate watch or hate yourself for loving them, pour up a glass of your favorite cocktail and join us. I am your host, Patrick Serrano, and my guests today are...
I am Drew Current.
And I'm Jason Geis.
Yes.
Yeah, we got Jason Geis.
We finally got Jason Geis on the podcast.
I really like both your intros quite a bit.
I'm so excited that you're
I'm
here.
excited.
It is like a long time coming.
Oh, I know.
Because, here's the thing. The podcast, has a doc. And I'm like, here's the doc. Sign up whenever. And it's like, okay, great. And, it always fills up really fast. And I was like, I got to get Geis on here first. So I emailed you in the first round of emails. And you were like, oh, Candace Cameron Bure signed up already.
Signed up.
I'm like, yeah, you did. And then I was thinking about it. And, it was kind of like Christmas. The more it was coming, I was getting more excited. And it's here. And it's Christmas. And Geis is here for Candace.
I can't wait to let you down like Christmas.
Yeah.
When you open that package of underwear.
Right. You're like,
that is Jason.
I always love underwear. Always give me underwear. Thank you very much.
Yeah, send me underwear.
Then I am your guy.
I like that.
So, Jason,
Hey, buddy.
I was surprised that we've been texting a lot. We've been sexting a lot.
Uh-oh.
No, not really. But I'm on my
Hot guys.
I'm on a half box of wine, so we've been sexting. But
Yeah,
Jason doesn't know.
You're not.
You know?
haven't been clear.
Oh,
Right.
no. It's been clear.
Oh, okay.
No, but we were texting, and you were having some problems getting connected to Hallmark.
Listen, listeners, straight up, first 30 minutes of this movie I did not see.
Because Hallmark makes it so difficult to watch their movies.
You would think I was trying
I
to
do.
watch a movie at the National Mint or something. I logged in early in the day just to check it out, make sure I was
Yes.
prepared because it's Patrick Serrano. If you're late, you get demerits.
It's true.
That's true.
So I logged in and I texted Patrick. I'm like, oh, it's on right now because all the commercials were up next, Shoe Addicts Christmas. I'm like, great, it's on. And he's like, no, it's not that one. And I was like, okay.
And you're probably watching Switch for Christmas.
And it was Switch for Christmas. He was right. So I logged in and I'm like, all right, fine. I'm going to switch back over and finish Final Table on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
Big shout out. And then when it was time to go back, I switched back and it would not let me in. It's like, your cable provider does not provide Hallmark Channel.
Oh.
I was just on this. So I was downloading it on the app. I was doing Switch.
We did Sling.
Sling.
Yeah.
Nothing worked. And then finally I logged out of every single thing in my Apple TV, reinstalled everything, and it worked. And that's where I
he's
joined
back.
us.
Just
So-
unplug it, plug it back
Yeah.
in
That's,
kind of thing.
I blew in the cartridge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Blew on the cartridge.
So if
boom,
you're
boom.
wondering, can you watch Hallmark without having cable? The answer is probs not.
Probs not. No.
hard.
Probs
It's hard.
not.
Although
they
you
make
can
it
do
difficult.
The Amazon, you can get the Amazon
Fire
add-on.
But you have to pay
stick
for
and
it.
Blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
you
gotta
have to pay for it.
And you know what? It's not worth it to pay for it.
But I was almost going to pay for it for you.
Aww.
Well, you do. They do the free month or something, I think.
Well, Sling is free for 7 days.
But they didn't.
But
it
Hallmark
wasn't
Channel is
showing
no
up.
longer available on Sling.
Oh,
So
they don't-
for
they got
listeners
the-
out
Sling was
there-
being shady.
Yeah.
They have it listed, but it was not available. Maybe because it's Candace, and Sling's you don't have rights to Candace.
Yeah, she's a whole other bracket.
You gotta
Yeah.
pay for Candace.
And then if you go on YouTube and search this movie, which I highly encourage everyone to do, there are YouTube links that look like it's the movie. It's still the screenshot that is the still is this movie, and then it's the right length. It's an hour 10 or whatever, and you click play, and it is very much not this movie.
Virus from China.
Well, which is the name of their holiday version of this
It's
movie.
like Tina's house.
A virus from China.
You don't know about Tina's house?
It's a Christmas.
You don't know
It's
about
a
Tina's
Candace
house?
Cameron Bure film in China called A Virus from China.
A virus from China.
It's Tina's house. Okay,
Tina's
so
house.
we are here to talk about A Shoe Addict's Christmas.
Yes.
It stars Candace Cameron Bure, Jean Smart, who you might know from
Designing Women.
Designing Women, yes, and Luke Macfarlane, gay actor extraordinaire.
Oh, okay.
Which
Okay.
was a news alert to me the moment I walked into this recording studio. I
It's
watched
true.
this whole movie not knowing that, and Patrick dropped that bomb right before recording.
Yeah,
I
he's a
did.
gay guy.
Surprise!
It changes everything.
It does. So, jumping right in, Drew. So
Yeah.
here's the deal. Candace Cameron Bure works at a department store in an HR department.
Sure.
I have a friend. Her name's Lauren. She works at an HR department in a department store. And she texts me to say, this movie is spot on.
Oh, really?
Spot on?
I mean, she put spot on in air quotes, but I'm taking it as real. This movie really got it done. She's like, you know what I do in my spare time? I just like decorate Christmas trees and plan events. That's what I do when I work in HR.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
don't think
I
that
don't
can
worry
be
about people's
true.
time cards, or I don't hire seasonal staff.
No, fuck
I
that.
just decorate Christmas trees.
I'm
During
going to be
Christmas?
honest with you. I didn't realize she was in HR.
Hey,
Well, you didn't see the first. The first.
the first 20 minutes always get the protagonist, their name, which I didn't write down because it's Candace Cameron Bure. And
Noelle. Her
Noelle.
name is so heavy-handedly Noelle.
Noelle.
It is.
Noelle.
That was beautiful.
A little
That was
harmony.
creamy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might have been
Remember
in a
we
show or
both
two.
know how to sing?
We might have been in a show or
Remember
two.
when we both sang?
Anyways, Candace works in HR, and the synopsis lies, Drew. She's not a Christmas hater. She loves Christmas.
Okay.
Remember
Okay.
in the synopsis when you were like, I'm pouring it up because Candace playing a Christmas
Someone
hater.
who doesn't like Christmas.
And no, she loves it.
Yeah, the synopsis is way wrong.
Way wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she has a cross necklace. That's her mom's necklace. And also it's Candace Cameron Bure's necklace because I've seen her on
Yes.
Instagram and I know that that's her personal necklace. Also,
House of Beret.
her personal shoes are in the movie. Like Candace really put her full self into the
Wait,
movie.
how do you know those are her shoes?
Well, I follow her Instagram and I know everything.
All right.
Because she says everything.
She does.
She does.
That always.
She
Forever.
does say everything always forever.
She does. She does. So, she's like crying that she loves Christmas and she loves shoes.
She's crying that she loves.
Yeah, she loves shoes. Shoes tell a story, Drew, and she also loves pictures because taking pictures is her true passion in life.
Being a photographer.
Okay,
Loosely a photographer.
She's like picturing things is my
Yes.
true passion.
You're not far off, Drew.
she has a POC friend who might have been a contestant on America's Next Top Model. I couldn't confirm or deny, but she's very gorgeous and she's very should be on that show if she's
her name
not.
and
Eddie?
could not act her way out of a bag.
Oh well.
It'd be like if
You
Tyra
wouldn't want
Banks was
that.
in here and she's like, "Hello, Candace, I'm your friend."
She kind of has like a vague, like almost South African accent too, like
Sure.
because she is like
Oh,
either
is it-
reading
is
the
it a
lines.
black woman?
It is.
Yes,
a
it's the only
POC.
one in the cast.
Lorna. Okay.
Lorna.
The-
She's like,
yeah.
I think you should go to him. Like it's like I'm saying words
Yeah.
that sound right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Jake, we get a flash of Jake. He's a firefighter. His dad was a firefighter, so he's a legacy firefighter. He might be quitting firefighting. It's not very clear.
Unclear.
He's very handsome,
Just very
and I
hunky.
love him because he's gay, and I know he's gay, and I want to date him. And if you're
And marry
single, Luke Macfarlane, I know you're not. I know you're dating Wentworth Miller from Prison Break.
From TG's Legends of the
Prison Break.
Past or whatever that DC show is.
And I'm no Wentworth Miller,
Oh, yeah.
but I'm
Legends
I'm-
of Tomorrow. That's
I'm a male Tory Spelling, and what more could you want?
It's true. I
That's
like
a
I
good
s-
description. Of
it is a good
of
description of Pat as a male
male
Tory
Tory
spelling.
spelling.
Thank you.
Which would also just be Tory spelling
Brother,
with an EY instead of an I.
Aaron Spelling.
Yeah. I mean, I will
Yeah.
tell you now that Patrick has told me this is a gay man, I'm glad I did not know that watching the movie, but it makes the movie make a lot more sense.
You gotta
Yes.
change some notes on.
Got to change my notes
Gotta
here in
change a
my
few notes.
iNote
There you go. And why? Why do you think that?
because there is the chemistry of a piece of cardboard between these two.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And so it's like, oh, you kind of chalk it up to like, oh, it's a Hallmark movie, so the acting isn't great.
Sure.
But nope, it is. He's repulsed by a female
He doesn't.
He's repulsed by females who hate his right to get married.
who is wearing a like crucifix. It's like a vampire. It like repels
So
him.
He's been like,
True.
it's been burning.
Yeah.
him.
Yes.
They don't get
Yeah.
closer than 3 feet until the very end of the movie, and then there's like smoke coming off of him from
You know,
Candace Cameron
He's like,
Bure.
I'm so sorry. Hey.
She
sorry, I'm
could
so gay.
get. She could get AIDS. Okay,
She could
that's
get
her
AIDS.
big concern.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
at
could get
Candace Cameron Bure has AIDS.
Just by
Okay. Anyways, moving on.
in the
We went
podcast.
there. We went there. Hey, we're
It's in
10 minutes in, and we've already made an AIDS joke. Sorry, but we're gay. And we
Candace
can
Cameron
do that.
Bure.
Candace Cameron Bure has a ex-boyfriend. His name is Matt, and Matt is on Instagram and recently got engaged. So Candace is very sad because Matt has a new woman, and she is just alone working at a department store in HR.
And it's
Horrible
important to
thing.
note that I didn't see the first 30 minutes of the movie, and
No.
this is probably covered and dropped in that 30 minutes because it
Oh, it's
literally
probably
never
dropped
comes
in
up
the
again.
First
Oh,
minute.
we're not even in the first. We're not in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, that never comes up again after. FYI.
Yeah.
So Candace is, she meets Jake the firefighter, and he's moving into an apartment near her. She's 2G, he's 3G.
Okay.
He's like, I'm going to be above you. And she's like, are you?
like, yeah,
And
are
it's like a
I think-
sexual innuendo.
I think God is the only thing above Candace Cameron.
That's
Bure.
right. So they are like falling all over each other and like falling in love with each other.
Already? This is like 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I
So-
mean,
Candace gets
Yeah.
tasked with finding an employee.
here's the
okay?
real plot point.
She has to find an employee from the 90s. Remember the 90s? There was GAC. There was Nickelodeon. There was
Nickelodeon.
Princess Diana.
Counting crows.
Counting
The
Crows.
90s. You
Yeah.
know. So she has to find Charlene Pennybar.
That's what this. Okay, again, never. It comes up again at the very end of the movie, which left me. I'll scroll ahead to my notes. Super fucking confused.
Right.
So great, Patrick, enlighten me.
Charlene Pennybar is a former employee of the store.
Yes.
And her coworker, his mom is, I think his mom is Miss Fullerton, who's the owner of the department store.
I don't think it's Fullerton, but let's go with it.
Fulton.
Fulton. It's Miss Fulton.
I'm thinking of the street in Chicago, Fullerton. I'm from Chicago.
Blah blah blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Stalker.
Hey, it's me, Miss Fullerton.
Look, I have a stalker of the podcast. He's obsessed with me. He wants to know where I live, and I live off Fullerton Drive.
Get him.
Okay?
Sure.
don't.
Fullerton Drive.
I live off Fullerton Drive. Come find me, stalker.
Patrick Miguel Serrano.
Yeah.
Fullerton
I leave
Avenue.
my curtains open at night so you can see me undressing.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
No, I don't.
It's me, Luke Macfarlane.
It's me. Luke
Oh my god,
Macfarlane.
if Luke Macfarlane was stalking me, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Wait, you have a stalker?
I do.
This is amazing.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Candace Cameron Bure,
And he's super okay with it.
I'm fine with that.
That's pretty on brand for you.
I know. It's like stalk me, don't stalk me, don't stalk
No,
me.
don't.
No, don't.
I
But-
hate this. I
but
love
I
it.
hate stalking.
But here's a little nipple. Here's a
right,
little
right,
nip.
right.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
not wearing clothes in the window.
Exactly. So Candace Cameron Bure has to find Charlene Pennybar.
You'll never get
And-
these names right because I don't think this is right.
It's real. And she goes to the basement to look for the file, and she's in the basement so long that the store closes because the storm's coming.
That's what it is.
So she gets locked in the store, and she's like, we have a montage of Candace going through like the store, like, this is my time in the store. She's a shoe addict's Christmas, right, Drew? You'd think she'd try on shoes, but
So
she
she's
doesn't.
locked in a store that has no security guard to let her out.
No, she's locked.
Wonderful.
She calls her boss. She's like, I'm
Okay.
locked in the store. He's like, I'll call the fire department. There's an alarm. You can't get out. And she's like, okay. So she goes. she goes and she's like taking pictures of things because she likes to take pictures. Don't forget.
Don't
And
forget.
she also
While I'm
eats
locked in here.
cookies. She eats cookies, but to be clear, she does not try on shoes. She doesn't.
No, the shoe addict part of this is non-existent. I think
Well-
she tries on 2 pairs of shoes the entire movie.
So here's the thing. There's a loud crash, and she goes to investigate the crash. She's like, "Who's there?" And it's Charlie.
Charlie.
Charlie is a woman who is dressed up in a weird outfit,
like a weird Christmas sweater,
like a Christmas caroler,
an
who's
old
like,
English homeless person hat.
yes, and it's Jean Smart, our friend from Designing Woman, and she's
Okay.
like, "Hi, I've been paid to be here, and I am here, and I'm in this movie." Okay. And
That's
I
the
don't
one.
care why I'm here. It's a paycheck I'm cashing in. My name's Jean Smart, and I'm in this movie.
And she gives it all.
She does, and she's like,
Well, you-
"Okay, so Candace, here's the deal. I was trying to get these shoes at the top of the shelf, and the shelf fell over. But if you want to pick up those shoes off the floor and put them on, I don't know what's going to happen. So Candace Cameron Bure puts on the shoes.
Right. This is enough. Like, it's not enough. Like, you are in the store that I can't get out of. Sure, I'll try these shoes on.
Candace Cameron Bure is like, who are you and why are you here? But Jean Smart's like, I'm here because I'm getting paid by Hallmark and I don't fucking care.
That's one of the lines in the
She
movie.
goes real
She does.
meta.
She does. She's like,
I'm here because Hallmark Channel
paid me a paycheck and I'm here.
Fair enough.
And Candace like, fine, I'll put on the shoes. She puts on the shoes and she's transported to another time in space. Okay.
It's important to note that Hallmark Channel spent all of their money on Jean Smart's wigs.
And also on the sound effect of
the
Just the one
thank
sound
you.
effect.
You have to do it. I can't do it.
I'll Foley this whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Foley artist. So Candace goes back 3 years. Oh, they're running away. Candace goes back 3 years. It's Christmas Eve, the night Matt broke up with her from Instagram. Remember Matt? And Candace Cameron Bure had a job. So she could have got a job at the department store from her best friend. But the best friend is like, you should really do photography. But Candace was like, no, I don't want to do photography anymore. I want to work at the department store. And Jean Smart is like,
So
take the other choice.
But there's a photo contest.
Wait, hold
Not yet.
Hold on.
Oh.
Hold on. Can I step? Just hold on. Give me a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she goes back in time
That's right.
3 years.
3 years.
to enter her own body.
Yes.
Okay.
But she's wearing the shoes that
She's
she
like
wore 3 years
transported.
ago.
Like, it's
Okay.
like a time machine
And
shoe.
she's like, I should have known those shoes were so 3 seasons ago.
Did she say that?
Yeah.
Please, does she say that?
She
really?
does.
Are you fucking?
I'm not
with me?
lying. That's real.
God, this is amazing. So, okay, so
She's 3 years
she
ago.
knows what's going on.
Well, she's
Well,
confused.
sort
And Jean Smart is like, I'm getting paid by Hallmark to tell you what's happening in this plot. But basically, the shoes are transporting you back and you could make a choice.
And the reason you know that is because every time you transport, you wobble a little in your shoes as if you've been moving. Like, she literally like goes,
Whoa.
oh,
Yeah. It's
like, and shakes her whole body.
wobble,
like,
baby,
oh,
wobble,
they
baby,
really
wobble,
moved
baby,
me.
wobble,
Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble.
You know that song? That's what plays every time that they wobble.
That's not true.
Do that.
Every time.
Not true.
Holy
So Candace
shit.
is like, okay, so she makes a minor adjustment and she goes into the future now. She flashes to the future.
Wobble, baby,
She-
wobble, baby.
Yeah, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble,
Wobble,
baby,
baby,
wobble,
wobble.
wobble, baby,
Wobble,
wobble,
baby,
baby,
wobble, baby,
wobble.
wobble.
And Candace is transported to the future. She has her own photography studio and she's taking pictures. And then the door opens. It's like, honey, I'm home.
But who is it?
It flashes to the present and we don't know who it is. And she's like, but I wanted to know. And Jean Smart's like, Hallmark's
Well.
paying me to be here. I don't fucking care who it is.
It is weird how Jean Smart starts every line with Hallmark's paying me to be here.
Yeah, and she's like, you better figure it out.
And she's wearing that like Hallmark crown. the
Is
whole
this
movie.
secretly just a Lifetime movie?
Right?
No, it is.
It is.
100%
It is. So the fire department comes and they break into the place and they're like, Candace, we saved you. And Jake's there. Jake is his name, right?
Jake, yeah.
You know, and I can't take a Jake seriously ever in a movie because Jake Farrington, and like Jake Farrington is like a boy who I like loved at one time, but he like moved on to bigger and better things.
Right.
But I'm like Jake
Like
is
living in a small LA apartment.
well, he's in an apartment, but he's very skinny and attractive.
He is very skinny and attractive.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm like Jake will never be a leading man, but Jake will always be a leading man in my heart. Anyway, so
Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble.
So
Patrick's
Jake,
life.
right? Wow. Am I flashing through time? Am I having the time when Jake was at my doorstep and he ran away? He did. He did. Anyways, so Jake is there and he's like, Candace, I'm so concerned, like whatever. And she's like, I'm not crazy, but I saw a woman. Her name was Jean Smart, and she told me she worked for Hallmark, and I'm very concerned.
I'm not crazy. I'm just a little unaware.
Yes.
Jean Smart
So-
is in my
so-
hell.
I just want to know, what does she actually say?
Who?
I don't know.
Jean Smart.
I don't know. I'm reading my notes.
She's like, I don't. I have a couple quotes from her, but she's mostly just.
She's saying she's an angel, but not.
You have to make other choices. I'm Jean Smart.
I'm here for
Oh,
when you
okay.
need me, and I'm not an angel, but I'm here when when God calls on me and
But
tells me what to do.
She's also new to
Holy
this.
Right,
She's
she's
her
a new
new
angel. But not an angel.
Not
and
an
she
angel.
explicitly says not an angel.
She's like new to being
She's
a
an
guardian.
elf. She's an elf. I
She
think
describes
says-
herself as an elf at
I
one
think
point.
she says she's an elf.
Like
she's
Santa's
a
elf.
Christmas elf.
Okay.
It's unclear, not important.
So
at all.
Candace,
I mean, it's important to me. I need
it
to
is.
know
It
these,
is.
like the
well,
rules.
and
Well,
here's the thing,
there's
Drew.
no
Like
rules. That's what's really gonna bother you.
you're thinking Dolly Parton Christmas Angel.
No.
It's not that.
Kinda.
It's,
It's
not
almost.
that.
You know what it's almost like? It's almost like Ghosts, like the Christmas past,
Yeah.
present, future ghost scenario.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
It's-
kind of what I was.
It's
thinking,
that, but
All of them.
poorly done.
but not
But all of
done
that.
correctly. Okay.
Candace Cameron Bure, and here's the thing about Candace Cameron Bure movies, because this is the second one we've covered on the podcast. They're very confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just get ready. We're almost 20 minutes into this episode, and we're not even close to being done.
So-
we're gonna go the full hour. So if
So to
y'all-
keep track, I have not yet joined this
Yeah.
film.
yeah, for real.
I still have not seen literally any of this.
If you're at home and you're listening and you're like, okay, yes, this is good. Well, just know we're doing the full hour. Jason Geis gets a full hour. He's a VIP. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep.
Anyways, so Candace Cameron Bure, she's overseeing a fire station gala. This ties in the Jake Farrington thing. Okay. So I'm just gonna rename him Jake Farrington.
Okay, fine.
And I'm sorry, Jake Farrington, if you're listening to this episode, which I don't think you are.
No, he's
You're
not
just
done.
now Jake. You're now Jake Farrington.
Yeah, this movie stars
So-
Jake Farrington.
It does. So there's a charity gala, and Jake Farrington and Candace Cameron Bure are working together, and they are
the
going
department store puts on the gala.
Right.
That much I gleaned.
Okay.
Fullertons. Fullingtons.
Fultons.
Fultons.
Thank you. Fultons is sponsoring, but Candace Cameron and Jake Farrington are going to figure it out. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
All the money they raise in the gala goes to the fire department.
and they do like fun things,
them.
like they're decorating or whatever, and they go on like a horse. They can't find any cabs when they're leaving the venue, and who's driving the horse-drawn carriage? Charlie, the not angel.
And
the,
this is when I joined the film.
Okay.
So
There you
now
go.
I can help.
Okay.
So thank you, because I've been really struggling. So Candace Cameron Bure gets some cute black booties, and she's transported back to her Christmas past. And it's 2 years ago. Candace Cameron Bure sees her father at the department store.
I have written down that Cameron Bure is transported back in a sensible mid-sized black heel.
Well, you say black heel, I say cute booties. Tomato.
Okay, girl.
Who's been gay
Get
longer?
that shoe
That's the
time
same
machine.
thing. That's
Who's
the
been
same-
gay longer? Technically, I guess you, but
No, you were out longer than me.
true.
There it is.
True. Also, guys, I re-aged myself. I'm 25.
Oh, then I have been out longer than you.
Thank you.
I'm a balmy 41.
It's fine. So, so she goes back in time with her dad, and the dad's like, "Do you want me to help you? Like, what's happening?" And she's like, "No, I don't. I don't want to like."
She's a cold ass bitch to him, is what happens.
She is, and it's like she has the opportunity to relive or retry with her dad to make a better relationship, but she just accepts the status quo.
So
basically.
is she, okay.
Yep.
Right. So
Yep.
when you say just from now on, or maybe it changes, I don't know.
Okay,
And when she goes back,
she can change time.
okay. So
But
when
she has a
goes,
choice.
When she goes back, she is herself
That's
in
right.
her body.
She can't. She's not
like,
standing
seeing-
looking at
okay,
herself.
Okay.
She
Just,
is,
I just want to clear that
and
up.
people can see her. Like
Yeah.
people
Right,
will be like, "What are you doing here?"
Like,
And
who
she's
are you
like,
talking
Who are
to?
you talking to? She's,
She's
like,
like,
"Oh,
And Gene Smart's like, I'm here by Hallmark, and they're paying me to be here, and I don't know what this movie is about, and I don't care.
And it's unclear if people can. Well, sometimes people can see Gene Smart, but sometimes people cannot see Gene Smart. So that's an important magical dynamic that never makes any sense.
Okay.
But when she goes back, I don't think when she changes stuff it affects the present. I think she sees what could have been,
Exactly.
so that she can start making choices that would be like that.
Right.
Okay. So it's not.
That is
she
true.
Changes.
It's
that.
not butterfly effect. It's like
Right.
Gotcha.
door one, door two.
And it's Gene Smart being like, see how you could have seized a moment there? Maybe in the future you should seize a
Yeah.
moment.
Maybe you shouldn't have been an asshole right
Yes.
there.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Yeah.
we'll get to it. There's a whole thing about God Slay, and we'll get on it.
There's
we'll
a
get
whole
on
thing
it.
about
we'll
God
get on
Slay.
God Slay,
Yeah.
and we'll take that opportunity to get on God
I feel like
Slay.
God sent me a sleigh to
Me
get me to
too.
this podcast.
And you know, it's called Uber or Lyft. Anyways, so
that
Jake
explains it.
Jake Farrington is a co-worker, and he's like trying to get Candace Cameron Bure to be his date to the gala at the fireplace.
Okay.
I
And
feel like this podcast should just be renamed Patrick Drunkly Explains Movies because this is not at all correct.
this is real.
No, it's not, but keep going.
And Jake Farrington wants Candace Cameron Bure to have fun and, like, you know, do fun things.
Make spontaneous choices.
Exactly. And he's like, just come to the firefighting thing and, like, take pictures or whatever. And
It's important to note here that the firefighting thing is not the gala. There
No.
are two separate things
there's a firefighting thing and then a gala the night after.
the night after.
Okay.
So it's like their holiday party at the firehouse.
There's no reason.
No.
For that.
And you never see it, so it's
Yeah.
not important.
So Candace is like, let's decorate the firehouse, and they decorate the firehouse.
You're
I'm
glossing
sorry,
over
and
so much.
it doesn't even matter.
It doesn't. It really doesn't.
No, I don't.
Candace Cameron goes back home and she puts on her shoes and she like makes a stronger connection with her.
And this
dad.
is in the past.
Yeah, she goes
Yeah.
back to the
This
past.
is the-
She puts
this
on
is
the black
time
booties
travel-ese.
and she
Okay.
goes back and she's like, Dad, let's get brunch. And she's like, okay, well, we're going to have so much fun and whatever. And
Now
then,
is she aware of the time traveling?
Yeah.
She
now?
figures it out sort of slowly because Jean Smart is also with her
Oh,
and is
okay.
like, this is when, remember this moment? You could have really embraced your father.
Oh, okay.
And basically, like, when she jumps back to, like, diss her dad, who basically is just buying a scarf for her aunt. So there's no fucking reason for her to help her.
It's like
him.
this was the moment.
This
It
is
was.
the moment when,
Wait.
if she got perfume instead of a scarf, you could have met your dream man. That is literally the slippery slope of logic that happens here.
It
If
is.
you had helped him pick perfume instead of a scarf, you would have met your husband.
You guys are explaining me a script written by Candace Cameron Bure, I think.
uh,
I think it's written.
I think
we're
it's
getting
written-
to it. We're getting
Okay.
to it
Yeah.
on the
Okay.
Candace Cameron Bure.
Okay.
You'll get
Okay.
to it.
Yeah.
So Candace, you know, she, what am I saying? She,
I don't
like,
think you've known this whole time.
guys, no.
Hey, full
so
hour.
we get home and she's like putting the sheets to go back in time and she's gonna make a stronger connection with her dad, blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
And then she sees Will. So there's a new guy, Will,
Yeah.
coming up in her life. So she made the choices with her dad, and then she's seeing like a picture taken with Will, and there's
In
like
the worst photoshopped wedding photo of all time.
sure, and he's wearing a Santa hat, and it's like, oh, Will might be the man she's marrying, and she's like, but I thought I was supposed to be with
Mary
Jake
Jane.
Farrington.
Who's Will?
Okay, another quick question about the magic. I'm just
Go
going to
on.
keep.
Yeah, the
asking
magic's
about this.
really going to piss you off.
Yeah, yeah,
'cause
yeah. Okay, so she goes. So she puts on the boots. She's like, now, no. She's like, okay, if I put on these boots, it goes to this time.
Yeah.
If I put
Yes.
on this boot, it goes to this time. I put
Yeah.
on this shoe, it goes to this time. Got it. But so when she does it, and then she changes a thing,
Go on.
where does she see the change?
She doesn't actually change anything. So there is no magic. Basically, it is a portal back, and it shows what would have happened had she made a choice.
Oh, okay,
But then
so
when she
there's
comes
no-
back to the future,
There's no change.
there's no change.
She's just in the.
She's
store.
just aware that had she made a different, she's back in the store or wherever she put the shoes on.
Oh, okay,
So
she's
her
just
apartment.
Like, she's like changing into.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and so when she comes back to the present, she's sort of like,
She's like,
that's good to know.
I'm gonna put on some Birkenstock.
Nope.
Let's see what happens.
No.
Okay.
important to note
Birkenstocks.
she puts on the
It's
shoes-
Shoe Addicts Christmas.
And I
so,
think she puts on the shoes a total of 3 times.
right. Candace Cameron Bure, she does a tasting now, and like Charlie's there, the angel elf, and she's like, "Okay, I'm a chef now," and she's like, "Let's make Christmas cookies." So, Jake Farrington and Candace make cookies. They like put icing on it,
Almost.
almost.
They almost put icing on each other's nose.
Yeah,
But
and
Do they have a
Candace
flour
is
thing?
like,
nope.
Candace is like, no. She shuts it down. Like, Jake Farrington's like, I'm going to put icing on your nose. And she's like, I'm going to grab your hand. I'm going to put your hand down very hard.
And then we're going to cut
And
to a
we're gonna
commercial.
cut to a commercial
For Starkist
because
Tuna, starring
Candace
Cameron Bure.
She's not having it. She's not having it. It's
Yeah,
true.
I'm not, like-
It's not a joke. It's
I'm going to
real.
pause Patrick right here to say, literally, I think Candace Cameron Bure owns the Hallmark Channel.
She does.
She is in
Yeah.
every
She does.
promo. She is the host of their radio network, and she's literally in the commercials. Like Charlie the Tuna
I mean,
from
she's a
Starkist
sweet little baby angel.
talks
of
to her and goes,
Hallmark.
"Well, that's a good idea, Candace."
And Drew doesn't know this because he doesn't watch them.
I
He
don't.
does not know. He knows on the podcast that she's a celebrity, but he doesn't know the extent.
Sure.
I mean, I know not like I haven't watched the extent of it, but
I
I
feel like you
know
have.
I know the
He hasn't.
extent of it.
Okay.
Anyway,
so
sorry.
Jake
Tuna.
Barrington
You need to know
invites
about
Candace
tuna.
Cameron Bure to his holiday party, and she accepts, and he's like so excited, and he brings Candace Cameron like decor for his like station, and they decorate a tree together, and like she takes pictures of him, and he's like very sexy and like wearing a tight t-shirt, and his coworkers are like, you should get with her, girl.
And he's like, go clean those hoses, bitches.
That's right. He's like, girl, go clean this houses. And
And the ugly guy dating the cute girl, who I thought like Jake, is like, let's go.
yes. So Miss Fulton,
Yeah, let's go with that.
she is like, Candace, I love your designs, but your firefighter person is so trashy. Fire him, get rid of him, and like let's keep this going with the department. Okay? We have a classy representation to have.
You missed the whole section where Candace Cameron Bure and gay Jake Farrington
Yes.
go to a decor store to pick out the decor for the party. It's literally a decor, like they walk into a room that says decorations, and it's just Christmas decorations everywhere, and it's like giant candy canes and gingerbread men and blah blah blah, and it's this whole thing where he is like, you gotta have more fun, and she already is going into being like, well no, they told me to keep it really boring and classy because they're snobs. And this is him trying to make her more fun. And they're in this room that is just full of stupid Christmas decorations. And there's a giant switch on the wall that looks like a breaker. Like, not a switch, a fucking electrical breaker.
like a red. Like,
Yeah, like that would shut down all the power in this
in the
whole apartment
city,
complex.
In the whole city.
And he's like, I wonder what that button does. It's not a button, it's a lever. And she's like, it's probably for the power. I'm Candace Cameron Bure. And he's like, I dare you to pull that button. And so she does. Let's ask Drew, what do you think happens when she pulls down the lever of the electrical box?
Well, what I would want to happen.
Yes, let's go
is
there first.
The entire city shuts down.
Okay. Sure.
And
True.
And that's it. But
Well,
I know that's not going to happen.
Snow happens.
It might happen.
Yeah.
Snow starts happening in the room,
Okay.
and all the lights go on in the room, like twinkling and bright.
They're beautiful.
And she's like, I'll take it.
Patrick's like, Drew, fucking snow happens, dude.
Snow happens.
I would not have. I wouldn't.
Yeah, and you
Guess
know
so.
what? You know what? They leave, and the owner of the place is like, "What lever?"
Yeah, it wasn't there.
It
And
was-
Gene Smart pops out from behind a corner and goes, wink.
Yeah.
Hallmark paid me to just wink.
Hallmark paid me $1,000 to wink.
Wink. Because
That's-
that counts as a line.
So Candace Cameron Bure has a moment where she's like asking Charlie, like, "Hey, what's going on? Like, why is this all happening?" And Charlie's like, like, here's the deal. Your life wasn't on the right tracks. And God
Okay. Yeah. Getting real.
God gives us
Slaves.
slaves. Okay? God gives us
Now, hold
slaves.
And not like Beyonce slaves.
Oh.
God gives
Sorry.
us Christmas slaves
Not
to
slaves.
get on.
Not. I didn't say slaves. I said Beyonce slays. Like SLAYS.
Okay, but I
Oh
just
my God.
I was like, are you guys saying slaves?
No, Drew.
But what if that is what the premise of this movie was? Like, God gives you slaves, and when he gives them to you,
And
you have
make-
to act on it.
You make lemons
No.
slaves. All right.
Stop.
Keep it in. I have an edit writer.
It's
Keep
slaves. Slaves as in Christmas slaves, you asshole.
I know, but it just sounded like you.
Stop
it in. When
it.
life
Stop
gives
it.
you
Stop it.
slaves,
Stop it.
you make lemon slaves.
You make lemon slaves.
Forget it. Moving on. I'm moving on. So Jake Farrington comes over to Candace Cameron Bure's house, and he's like, I need a cup of sugar. And he checks out her photos, and he's like, oh my God, these photos are amazing. You should enter the photo contest. And Candace is like, okay, I'll print out pictures, okay? And then Candace Cameron Bure, she has her dad coming as her date, but he cancels on her. And then Jake Farrington stops by, and he's like, Candace, did you print those photos? And she's like, I sure did. But Miss Fullerton, or whatever the fuck her name is,
Fulton.
she's like...
Literally none of this happens. in the movie.
It does. And she's like, oh, who is like what is Jake Farrington doing here? I thought I fired him. And Candace is like, oh, he, well, I don't know. No, I didn't tell him.
Candace Cameron Bure
she was supposed to fire him.
volunteers to fire him and then brings him a box of cookies that she has made to fire him. And then he becomes super cute and says how much fun he's having working with her. So she doesn't fire him and he eats the cookies, which then inspires him to want to make cookies, which is why he borrows the flour.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah.
Look,
It's hard to keep up.
We're getting there. We're getting there. So
This is a
We
lot.
are 25 minutes into the movie.
it's the it's the fire station party, and Jake
I've only been watching for 5 minutes.
Jake is waiting for Candace Cameron Bure to show up, but she doesn't show up. She just stays on her couch, and she's so sad. And Candace Cameron Bure finds Charlene Pennybar's picture downstairs, and she's like, "Hey, look, this is Charlene Pennybar, and she used to work here." Okay, remember that from the beginning?
It literally.
I think so. There's a lot.
Why is she trying to find Charlotte Pennybar?
I don't know.
Yeah,
but then,
not important.
Then the gala happens, and Jake is like, "Oh, Candace Cameron Bure, your pictures are amazing." And she's like, "I know, aren't they?" And Miss Fullerton's like, "Oh, your pictures are amazing." And Candace Cameron Bure is like, "You know what? I'm going to quit this job at HR. I'm done with this job." And Miss Fullerton's like, well, you want to work for us?
Based on this one fucking photo I've seen, I want to hire you to shoot our entire campaign. And she's like, okay.
The spring campaign. So Candace quit her job and then got a job right away.
Right away. At the same place.
Things
based
are
on a photo.
Okay.
Things
okay.
are looking up for
Okay.
Candace, okay?
I mean,
so
that makes sense.
Candace
She wrote it, so.
and Charlie
probably.
are like saying goodbye now because Candace feels pretty good about her life. Like she got her slave from God and
Her
whatever.
slave from God.
And
God slave.
she's like missing one thing, okay?
Does that sound like a hard rock band? God Slave?
God slave.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds
So
like a
Candace-
metal band from
It does.
80s.
It does.
like from Germany.
Yeah. God Slave.
God slave.
But
God Slave.
Candace apologizes to Jake and she's like, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. And he is like gonna like get promoted at his job to be a fire
Director.
chief or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He directs fire now.
They
Yeah.
dance and like Candace breaks her heel, okay? Because shoe addicts Christmas, don't forget. And
Breaks the shoe heel.
That
Yeah.
she's dancing in.
Okay, okay.
so
In the
she-
dress that the owner of the store gave her to go to the ball in.
Right.
Sure.
So
Not
she
a
goes to
murder.
put on her new shoes and they are transported back in time to the parallel universe and she sees that Will, the guy from before, is actually Jake's brother. So I know your face is so mad. Your
Who's
face
a
is so
doctor?
mad. Yes. So Candace is actually married to Jake, and Will is the brother. So her
introduced
confusion
them.
or like being so nervous about it in the beginning is a moot point. And Candace and Jake Farrington kiss on the dance floor as snow falls, and they remember that if God sends you a sleigh,
sleigh.
you
You
should
make
like
lemon
get on
sleighs.
it.
Yeah.
No, you should just get on it.
You just get on that.
And ride that sleigh out.
Ride
Like at
that
the end of
sleigh out.
Grease.
Right.
I-
And that's the end of the
And
movie.
the movie ends with them on a sleigh going up into the air like at the end of Grease. No, it doesn't. I decided that. But it would make a lot more sense.
Wait, who? Okay.
It's important
Hold
to
on.
know before you try and figure this out that Patrick got a lot of that wrong.
Hey, I've never heard that before. All my Instagram people are like, you get it right every time.
Who?
I mean, he got it right, but he got it wrong.
No, I know.
Who did she end up with? At the
Jake.
Jake Farrington.
end? Okay.
So her big dilemma is in the flashbacks. The door opens and he says, honey, I'm home, but she can't see who it is. And in one of the photos in that flashback, it's not Jake. So every time she comes back to the present, her moral dilemma into her elf god angel bitch is that, but the person I'm destined to be with isn't Jake. Every time I go back, I see this other person named Will. So why am I trying to meet with Jake when I should be with Will? And, you know, the angel, Jean Smart, is like,
Not Angel. Elf.
she's an angel. She's a straight up god angel.
She's an
Wings hidden behind
She's an
a...
elf
She's
angel.
not.
She's an elf angel.
Elf angel.
She basically is like, don't worry about the specifics. Like, just make choices that'll make you happy. Because she's alluding to that is not who you think it is. So when she finally goes back, it's Will who comes in and is like, honey, I'm home. And then immediately Jake comes in behind him and is like, why do you do that every time? And he's like, oh, I think it's funny because I introduced you to. So it clicks that like, oh, Jake is the person I'm supposed to be with, not Will. God's plan works.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah, so now that the logic
So-
is explained to you a little more.
That does make more sense.
Good.
In terms of like what it is,
Yes.
what is happening.
So,
Not
but
in terms of like why would someone
Right.
make that into a movie
Joe,
Oh.
or a thing?
you're
I
always
have a lot of
confused on a
thoughts on that.
Candace. So,
Yep.
Jason, on the podcast, we either pour it up or put a cork in it. What are you gonna do to this movie?
Is put a cork in it, it's bad?
Yeah.
I will put several corks in this bottle.
Several corks.
Okay,
Yeah, like
and
a
why?
cork and then wax over the cork. Because there's no stakes in this movie at all. There is literally nothing. Like she's fine and he's fine and like they're all, but it's like the most placid, like I don't know, I'm kind of happy in my job and everything's fine, but now I have an angel telling me to switch one thing about my job and
Right.
now I'm in love with this kind of guy that's like sort of fine. And we're fine.
Kind of fine.
It's just like a fine story that becomes like it's like a C level life that becomes a C plus level life.
So that's the change.
It's
Yeah.
like she
Happens over
literally
time.
gets like a little happier.
Oh,
Period.
where it's like, that's
Oh, this
cool.
is fine
Well,
too.
that's cool.
Like my apartment now has a studio in it instead of a kitchen.
Yeah.
And now I have this hunky guy from across the hall instead of not that.
Right.
But I was fine not having that too. I don't know. There's like no stakes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Joe, what are you gonna do?
I don't know. This is a tough one. I'm conflicting here because I usually say that if there is actual magic in a Christmas movie
There is.
and there's like time travel and shit,
Yeah.
There is.
There is.
that I automatically pour it up.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
god damn it, why so fucking confused? Why is it so confusing?
Because Candace wrote it.
She did write it.
We'll get to it.
She had
Times-
to have. She had to have. Or someone wrote it and she's like, no,
No,
do this
make
instead.
me pretty. Here's the thing. Most time travel movies
They don't
are
make sense.
problematic.
Oh, they're
right?
very problematic.
And there's like,
I'm not worried about like the time travel itself. I'm not worried about.
but now put a time travel component in a Hallmark film written by Candace Cameron Bure.
yeah,
That's what makes this even more confusing.
yeah. I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna have to fucking put a cork in it, man.
Oh no,
There you go.
Because like
Okay.
even with
Pat, what about you?
even with magic, I hate to put a cork in a.
I
Magical
know.
Hallmark
It goes
movie with
against everything
magic.
you stand for.
It does, but also Candace Cameron Bure goes against everything I stand for as well.
Right,
So-
right, right.
But I'll pour it up for that Starkist tuna commercial.
Sure. Yeah.
I didn't see
Charlie
that
the
one.
Starfish is so great.
He's so cute.
I do love Charlie.
I'm also
Starfish.
putting a cork in it, obviously. Luke Macfarlane might be a gay actor, and I really want to know his stance on dealing with Candace on set or like her beliefs.
She's like a crazy religious fanatic.
She is, and she does not approve of the gays, but
Well, my theory is that she's actually she's trying to pull away from that slowly
A rebuild.
without stirring up anything.
sure.
So is it like Candace Cameron hates gays and is a religious fundamental, but Candace Cameron Bure
Bure.
is okay all day Shantae?
Maybe. I mean,
Hopefully.
we'll see. I doubt it. I
think
doubt
she's
it.
pulling
And like
away from that.
Yeah, I think so.
with Luke Macfarlane, like he's dating Wentworth Miller from Prison Break, and that's great. And like he's in the movie, and he's getting a paycheck too, just like Gene Smart.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So
And he's in a lot of Hallmark movies.
He is.
He's
He
in a
is.
lot of these like Christian
he's in
movies.
so many that I forgot he was gay, and now I remembered, and I was like, whoa, I forgot.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see a gay leading man being able to play straight, but I don't know. I feel like I'm like, I know you're Canadian and you have good health care or whatever, but you got to like stick up for your people, okay? We got to like get a little
It's
representation.
a lot of him being like, "You're really pretty," and then smiling,
like,
very
right,
beautiful.
right.
Yeah. My penis is crawling up into my butthole from
You're
saying
really
this.
pretty. I am
You're
attracted
great.
to you
Okay.
sexually and romantically.
So that wraps up our conversation about Shoe Addicts
Shoe Addicts
Christmas.
Christmas.
But before we go, we have a favorite segment of this week and every week.
What you say? Can't
eating creme brulee. Can't share with me. Candace Cameron Bure. Yeah. What you say? Candace Cameron Bure. Okay, what'd you say, Candace Cameron Bure? We watch an Instagram story of Candace, and we talk about her. So I have a clip, her last clip of of her watching her own movie.
Patrick has this on his Amazon Kindle.
Oh, yes, I do. And I screen record her things and everything. So we're going to play the clip, and then we're going to talk a little bit about it. Here we go.
Was it real or fake snow? It was actually a combo of both because a few days it snowed. And where did we shoot the movie? We shot it in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. We love you, Canada. I'm sorry you're not watching this tonight, but I'm sure it will. There's my girl.
Oh my God.
It's Lori
Lori
McLaughlin.
Oh, you look so pretty and your dress is gorgeous.
Oh my God.
Aunt Becky.
And that one is too. I love Lori.
She's literally watching herself.
I don't know
what?
If it's, like,
By herself.
pathetic or just because I'm really sensitive, but I just cried at my own movie. I'm laughing at myself, but that scene gets me. When we think about missing sleighs.
Bless.
Oh.
And when
what? Why is her hair
we
different?
feel like living a more comfortable and content life is better. But it's really just fear that holds us back, or disappointment that holds us back. Oh, no. That maybe God wants more for us. If I didn't say it before, my favorite scene of the whole movie is that walk and talk with Noelle and Charlie when she's talking about God and tells the stories about him sending 3 sleighs, but Noelle just missed them. When I went in and talked with Hallmark about doing this movie and told them that this is the one I really wanted to do, that was the story that I told in the pitch meeting, actually, about God sending those sleighs and missing them.
God.
Okay. So there you have it. From Candace mouth to God's ear. Or whatever the saying is.
Just one of his ears, though.
One.
Just the one.
Her face is so wide and shiny in this Instagram story. Her squad needs to get on this.
She don't have no squad at her house. Her family's upstairs. She's downstairs in her kitchen.
That movie's premiering
And
at
she's
her house. And
on her laptop.
Nobody's watching it.
No one is watching
Who
it.
is Mr. Bure?
He's a hockey player
Not
or
important.
ex-hockey player, and he is outside on the porch with his friend.
Interesting.
And they
Not
smoking
watching
weed.
the movie.
They smoking that
That's what Drew
dank
thinks.
bud.
That's what Drew thinks. But what's interesting is that Candace gives us some insight to her pitch meetings where she gets to like talk about God and whatever's happening, and she's just like, oh, this is what I want. Like she gets first pick of the movies. It's very clear.
Well,
Oh,
and
very
did you
much
know
so.
this was a book?
Right.
So she must have like optioned the book to be like, I want this for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she can get whatever she wants in that place.
I mean, she played Twins last year. She played a 40s time traveler the year previous.
Why does she only do one movie?
I think she likes that time travel.
She does
I think
one
she's a sci-fi.
Christmas.
I think she's a sci-fi fiend.
I think so too. I think she's like a sci-fi Jesus freak,
She, likes
She
a
does
sci-fi
like
Jesus
the
which is another German metal band, Sci-Fi Jesus Freak.
really.
No, that's a Finlandian.
Oh my god.
Oh,
But yeah,
Finnish.
I mean,
A Finnish.
she's the staple of the network. She kind of gets what she wants. This is a perfect example of that.
That's I mean, I like what we were saying on the last episode. How kind of weird and sad it is that she's watching
herself,
this movie without
watching.
her
family.
Anybody.
You would think if she's going to do an Instagram story of like the premiere of her only holiday movie this year, that she would have like a watching party, like a viewing party with all her
Yeah.
like people.
Sure.
It is literally her in her sad ass kitchen with like her hair changes in every one of those shots, by the way.
Oh, because she does
like-
one and she's like, wait, I
Wait,
don't like that. I
okay,
don't like that.
okay.
But like, that's fucking. I kind of feel like. I never thought I'd say this.
Uh-oh,
I
here it
kind of
is.
feel bad for her.
Okay.
Hot take.
I guess.
Just in that situation, not like in general,
Right.
but just kind of, I was like, as just a human, if I didn't know anything else about her,
Sure.
Yeah, I would
just a
think-
human being, I'm
Also-
just like, Fuck. I mean, no matter how shitty the movie is, which they all probably
she's on
know and
TV. Yeah,
understand.
right. She's on TV, and that movie's gonna get like 5 million views.
She got
viewers.
tens of thousands of dollars to do this film. She's so like uninteresting too.
million.
No,
I bet she got.
I bet she
from
got.
Hallmark?
I'm gonna guess she
No.
got like 75 grand.
No,
Not a million.
I bet she got $1 million.
No,
No,
We should look. that up.
100% not.
If she's a producer, yes.
$1 million isn't even their whole yearly budget. Have you seen what's on Hallmark Channel?
No,
Go look
I've
at like
heard it.
what the original programming is.
Oh yeah,
She did not get $1 million. She got maybe $100,000.
$1 million isn't that much though. Nowadays,
Oh, true. She's also very boring in her Instagram story. Is like she's like Candace Cameron Bure.
oh,
Yeah, high five noise. High five noise.
high five noise.
I can't.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
We're blowing it up.
All right.
All right.
That wraps up our conversation about Shoe Addicts Christmas. Jason, do you have anything you'd like to plug in the pluggy time of the podcast?
Pluggy time. Sure. I just started doing comedy again. I'm now a ensemble member at Comedy Sports in Chicago.
Yeah.
So I'll be playing there pretty regularly. I play this Thursday and this Saturday, and we'll be playing a lot. So come check it out. I have
yeah.
I have a discount code if you want it. It's it's really funny. 1 second. We got to make up our own discount codes, and they're puns on our name. And it's what is mine?
Is that a Geis?
It's a Geist pun. It's Be My Geist.
Yes.
BEMYGEIST. If you enter that in, it's 15% off any ticket.
15% off any ticket.
And I get a kickback of anyone who comes to a show and uses that code.
No.
There you go.
That's great.
So there's that, and I'm working on a few new musicals and shows, so
Great.
Very cool.
look out.
Drew, what about you?
Just not doing shit. I'm on Instagram, Drew but with pants. That's all.
Wonderful. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And
Yes.
thank you, listeners, for checking back in with Lifetime in Court. We watch these movies so you don't have to. But if you do, you can follow me at Patrick Miguel or the podcast at Lifetime in Court. Don't forget to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts 100 for the holidays. And check out our blog, lifetimecourt.com. That's it. Okay, bye.
Bye.